failure, Advantica warns that failure is not impossible. Only vested interests say impossible, and vested interests are advocates. We do not suggest that any gas pipeline is designed to be other than safe or fit for purpose. Of course not. But some fail and with disastrous consequences. We ask the board to note that a safe pipeline, according to statistics, is the same pipeline as the one that fails, with often disastrous consequences. In the case of this upstream CORRIB pipeline, we and we only are the possible human targets. If the board decides that this pipeline is to go ahead, then each member of the board is saying that she is content to put our lives in danger at the mercy of an undeterminable force in time and place. As Contract Research Report 293-2000, published by the British HSE and prepared by DNV, puts it, the analysis of accident databases indicate that the proportion of accidents occurring when the plant is in some abnormal state may be 40% or more. The hearing has starkly opposed theoretical scenario planning with the reality. Commented Boyle's real knowledge with the consequence of a failure and the extent of its reach, in contrast to the sanitized language of theoretical likelihood. His conclusions agree with those of another practical military man, Captain Aldridge of the United States Marine Corps, with whom Advantica disagrees only on the extent of the load available in the event of pipeline failure. The reality of 12 dead at 2,005 metres from a 46-bar gas pipeline failure in Carlsbad, contrasted with both the Advantica and the Seaford theory that expects a person not to be harmed after 162 metres, using the same data. The statement that it is safe to put this pipeline 3 metres from an occupied house contrasts with the reality of the havoc wreaked by fire or blast from the failure of such a pipeline, even of a little distribution pipeline that blows down entire terraces in Dublin. Safe, meaning the pipeline is safe, that is, not likely to fail, contrasted with the reality for all living creatures when a failure occurs, always unexpectedly. Burtplanala has already given permission for a temporary service road to service the LVI, with one difference. The LVI in that application was 400 metres from the landfall, and the road is outside the SAC. The shenanigans at Glengad make a mockery of the Burtplanala process and leaves without the definition the real effect of its appointment by the Dáil as a persona designata with a quasi-judicial function, except to confer responsibility on the members of the board inconsistent with its authority. The Minister is no longer responsible. We ask the board to seek the direction of the courts in this matter. Is it lawful to apply a consent to part of its defined area of competence and to the exclusion of a further part? Is it lawful to seek planning permission for something that is already exempt under a consent? Was the board acting lawfully when it decided that the road through the SAC to the landfall was unauthorised? Is development and not exempt development, given that it was covered by consent that is now set to confer exemption to this matter?